Edo, welcome to the first and only analysis that you will see on the free page, because as the members are aware, this is a regular occurrence on the members section. So don't forget to join the membership for 99 cents a month. You're going to get extra content, be it interviews, pre-game, even pre-match live streams, the works, analysis, everything. So on the main channel, as you guys are probably aware by now, we're only going to have Adejar Kisame and the match review. So if you want more content from us, it's 99 cents a month. But this particular episode is free. And it's going to be an analysis of the game against Midtjylland, which, as you guys know, we got an absolute thumping. But I'm not going to go into my opinions on the game or what happened. I did it yesterday in the match review with Roy. My temper has calmed down a little. However, I am still very, very upset. I'm not a happy bunny, boys and girls. But you know what? It is what it is, and we move on. So the reason why I'm doing this analysis is not only to explain to you guys where we went right, where we went wrong, but also for you guys to keep in mind how we're more than likely to play from a defensive and attacking element against the bigger clubs. And hopefully, we will make a big improvement from last season. Now, I only got 7 minutes worth of footage for this game. When I did the analysis of the first leg, there was about an hour. It was mad. It was absolutely mad. But the reason why I've done 7 minutes is because I decided after the third goal, it was done and dusted. And I didn't want to analyze the performance in the second half because I knew our back was up against the wall. The players were going to be trying to chase another goal, and then we conceded a fourth and we conceded a fifth. And I don't want to dissect the negatives from a second half, which we're on a hiding to nothing. Let's get it right. So I've just taken clips from up until the second goal and a couple after, just to emphasize a few elements of our game, which might interest some of you. I might get it wrong because it's just my opinion and my view on things. So if you guys would like to let me know what you think of the analysis or where you guys think I went wrong on what I said, feel free to put it in the comment section. So without any further ado, boys and girls, I'm going to do what I normally do for all of the viewers and bring up the actual analysis, which I have on Google Drive. And people are going to say to me, well, why do you use Google Drive? Because it's the only bit of software where I'm able to do lines and arrows and all that kind of stuff, which I think is pretty cool, to be fair. I'm having a bit of difficulty, money to get it up. Pardon the language. So I'm going to bring up on screen. Here we go, right here. Let me just put myself on the bottom left-hand corner because you don't want to see my ugly face all the time. So the first portal call is defensive shape. And for the members that are watching, you guys will remember what I spoke about on the analysis for the game against Midtjylland in the first leg, how I felt we improved in a very, very big way defensively. Not just the reading of the game, not just the tracking, but also the defensive shape. And up until the sending off, I think we looked confident. I think we looked good. And I'm just going to show the viewers what I mean by defensive structure and defensive shape. So as you can see straight away, we've got 2 banks of 4. What does that mean? We got one here and one here. Okay, Gusu is a bit further back, but usually they'll all be in a line. It is what it is. So that is effectively the first portal call we have right now. And what they're going to do, they're passing backwards because what we're doing so well defensively is keeping our shape, as we see right here, 1 bank of 4 and another one. So we're keeping our defensive line very well organized, and we're forcing Midtjylland to go backwards and push a ball on their right-hand side. And what you'll see in just a moment, boys and girls, is we're going to force them backwards and they'll decide to go long. And in all fairness, I'd be happy with this. Absolutely happy with this. They've got one player running backwards. We've got Jan and Lang anticipating the ball over the top, which is great. We need that anticipation. Cho is offside. Unfortunately, Lang makes a little bit of a mess with that header. And as a result, their wide man, who gave us problems all day, has got the ball. And in this situation, it's 5 versus 5. They have like a rectangular shape of players right here, whereas we've got 4 here and a 5th. So they've got 5 against 5. The odds don't look great at this moment, but they've only got one man on the edge of the box. So you're thinking, all right, fair enough. At this point, they do a good little give and go. And what you'll notice straight away is they've got Cho unmarked here, although Koulibaly is the closest to him. They've got a runner going in behind. And to Gusul's credit, he reads the ball, reads the pass, and cuts it out. Happy days. And this was in the 2nd minute. So we knew what we were up against straight away. I mean, we knew from beforehand how difficult this team was going to be to stop. But I think we did well. Now, again, this is another situation similar to the one I showed you before. This is 2.5 minutes into the game, 2 banks of 4. You can't see Matthews because he's on the bottom left of your screen. But what we do again, as we did in the last clip, we force them backwards. And what they were trying to do a lot of the time was look for this area of space. Yeah, pardon the crap rectangle. That's what's going to be doing his head in. But that's the area of space where they were looking to put the ball long. And this wide man was always looking to run in behind. But on this occasion, because we do so well defensively to push up, you'll see all 3 of these players getting ready to make a move, but then they hesitate. So just by us pushing up a little bit higher, we force them to go backwards again. As you see right there, there's the run. No, they changed their mind. Backwards, side to side. And again, I know it's only 2.5 minutes into the game, right? But I honestly believe that if we kept our discipline, kept our defensive shape, that is how the game was going to go. This team isn't Manchester City, okay? We're not the most defensively stout team, don't get me wrong. And Midtjylland do have a few magicians, Simsir especially. They've got a lot of quality players. But we were frustrating them. We were frustrating them from the opening minute. And yeah, they were getting in behind us a couple of times, but defensively, we looked okay. We looked okay. But in this actual occasion, the ball's going to go backwards again because fantastic pressing. Bezos does well to press. Loizo does well to press. Juninho then plays it to Paulinho. And what you see at the bottom right here is Matthews getting tight on the fullback. Gusul is saying to him, bro, where are you going? You've got out of position. But fortunately, Matthews did enough to put off Paulinho and he's put it out for throwing. So again, fine, no problem. We look all right. Now, on this occasion, we have 4 players on our right-hand side. In the first leg, Midtjylland were very, very aggressive in their positional sense. They looked at our right-hand side, their left, and they thought, right, we can get them. And to their credit, they did very, very well. As I said in the analysis, over the course of the game, they attacked us over 23 times down our right-hand side. So clearly, that was the game plan. But going even further back to another analysis I did of Midtjylland, or their attacking prowess, they love to have 4 men in the box. And here you go, there's your 4 men. That's exactly what they were doing. They had 4 plus 1. 4 in the box, 1 sitting on the edge of the box, waiting for the ball to either be cut back or to anticipate or to latch on to any loose balls or anything like that. But on this occasion, we've done pretty well. We're 4 players on our right-hand side blocking them, again, forcing them backwards. And what they'll do now, they'll bring the ball again down our side, down our right-hand side, and we're still pretty decent. We've got 3 men on our right-hand side, which is Gusu, Matthews, and Loizu. Loizu is looking at the man on the ball, but he knows you've got the danger man, the fullback. He can track him. Bezos, granted, he's looking at the man, but at least we're covered. We've got 1v1 here, 1v1 there. So the only realistic option, I'd say, if you want to play the safe bet, is this guy. So, again, the defensive shape, very good. Very happy with it. Ball's played backwards. And what you're about to see is more running off the ball. There we go. They're forced inside, and Gusu cuts it out. So, while they couldn't attack us down our right-hand side, their left-hand side, they thought, okay, let's start again. Let's build from the back, bring it forward, and try again. But on this occasion, they tried to move inside. Bash and Gusu were fantastic, read the ball, read the run, and we've got a counter-attack. Now, the next one, a cross goes into the box. Jan can't clear his lines, not once, but twice, which is a bit frustrating. But to be fair, we get bodies behind the ball. They've recycled it, Midtjylland. And while they've got 2 men on the edge of the box and the 3rd man, we have Koulibaly on Cho, Lang, Gusu, Jan, Bash ready to come back, Semedo's protecting. Even Bezos is ready to help out. You want to include Matthews, fine, but he's on Simsir. So effectively, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players back, plus a goalkeeper, 9. We look okay. And these are things that we weren't doing last season. We weren't doing them at all. And again, they're playing these give and goes. We're reading the passage. On this occasion, you see 3 players. 3 players around Simsir. They're saying to him, all right, you're a magician. You're fantastic on the ball. But you're going to have to get past all 3 of us. And yeah, granted, you could say, well, they've got 2 players wide open. They're not as much as a threat as Simsir is. So, again, good defending, good work. We cut it out. Yeah, they bring the ball to the left-hand side. And notice, the guy on the ball right now is their centre forward, Cho. He's drifted out wide to collect the ball. And to be honest, that was their focal point. He's their main guy up front, really and truly. When you're forcing him out wide to be crossing balls in the box, happy days. We'll take that all day. No problem. No problem at all. Now, again, another video where it's going to highlight our defensive shape. Right off the bat, you're going to see 3 players defending down our right-hand side. And this is exactly what we did when Gusu and Loiza came on in the second half of the first leg. Protecting. Midtjylland have got 2 players, which is Simse and Paulino. And let's get it right. As much as he's a little so-and-so, Simse, fantastic player. And he was a danger man. He was a danger man for 90 minutes in the first leg. He was the danger man in this game. In the preview, I was saying, let's go man for man on him. Stick Gusu on him. Wherever Simsir goes, Gusu you follow. If he goes up the pitch, you follow him. If he goes back to defend, follow him. Right-hand side, follow him. Changing rooms, follow him. Toilet, follow him. Stalk him. That's what you need to do. But he doesn't like being stalked. He doesn't like being followed. He doesn't like being kicked. You could tell he's young. He's got a bit of a short fuse. And I think if we'd have played it a little bit dirty, which again, it goes back to what I say about the dark arts. If we play these things dirty, then there's more chance of riling up your opponent. And I think this is the other problem that we have right now with our team. We don't have bastards in this team. We don't have some nasty players. There's some occasions where the lad Simse got the ball and, yeah, Loizu tripped him and tugged his shirt, this and that. But we weren't doing anything to rattle him. It was only when Bezos got face-to-face with him and another referee may have given a card, but I'm not going to go into that. But we didn't rattle him. And this is the problem. We need players that either get stuck in and or know how to rattle players. Get on their wrong side. Make them get angry. Frustrate them. Make them lash out. We weren't doing that. And he was the prime target. We could have done that against him yesterday. And this is one of the many disappointments. I think if we got in his head, he'd have reacted. He may have kicked out. He would have got himself sent off. You know, we don't exploit these things. And I'm sorry, this is just the way it is. It's the dark arts. Anyway, so what you'll see again, we've got 3 players on our right-hand side, but notice they've got 3 players in the box. And while, okay, we look pretty safe at the moment, they still got 3 players in and around the box, but we're all right because we've got 3 of our own. But what you see coming up is they try give and go, which is what they were doing for a long time. Give and go, here we go, give and go, but it's well blocked. Fantastic, good defending. And we have a chance to counter-attack. Now, long balls. Long balls. I've got no problem with long balls. Long balls over the top. If it works, it works, as far as I'm concerned. Going back to another analysis I did, a separate one, on how we have evolved under Sofroni. I was talking about a goal we scored against Apollon last season, where Pana has just popped it over the top and Shradi's got in and he scored. It happened later on with Gusul. With Gaggle. Ball played over the top by Pana. Guggles latched onto it. Couldn't get any power on it. What Midtjylland were doing was not only playing in triangles, give and go, making use of the ball, recycling, not being afraid to pass it backwards and start again, but they were looking for long balls at certain points. And we saw it in the last 15, 20 minutes of the first leg when they were aiming at Kaba. He got a couple headers in. One header went over the bar in stoppage time and injury time. But on this occasion, it's almost as if the 4 men up front, it was like pick and choose which one you want to find. But it's almost as if they were targeting Jan and Lang. So I need to say Lesiax from now. I'm not going to call him by his first name. Lesiax and Lang. There you go. Makes it a whole lot easier. So it makes me sound less stupid. Anyway, so long balls. Just as I said before on a previous clip, you've got 4 men. 4 men ready to make that run. And this is the same clip as I showed you guys before. You've got 4 players and one guy at the bottom. They're looking to make those runs in behind. This guy's going to spin off. This guy wants to make another run. So they're looking for that ball over the top, specifically in this area. Okay. And what you'll notice, again, the press is very good and we force them backwards. There you go. Here we go. No, not going to happen. We blocked it off. This one, again, straight off the bat, Cho is going to make that run. Lang is going to chase him, obviously. Ball's going to go over the top. And just as I told you, the space in between or in behind Lesiax and Lang. Hey, I got it right. I didn't fluff it up this time. Jan and Lang. Sounds like a supermarket. There you go. Third video. Another diagonal ball aimed into our left back area. Right here. Round about there. And you got the wide man making those runs. So, as I said, they're not a long ball team by any stretch of the imagination. But that's what they're aiming for. Jan did very, very well to get rid of this one, to be fair. He read it very, very well. And another one. And another one. Make me sound like DJ Khaled. This was actually their closest to scoring a goal before they actually took the lead. And once again, our defensive shape was pretty good. Pretty good defensively. Again, 4 banks of 4, no problem. And again, I think this is something that they anticipated that we would do. We play a high line. So their coach probably said to them, right, when you see them playing a high line and they're 50-odd yards away from goal, 45 yards away from goal, or 50 meters away from goal, get the ball in the centre-back area and hit it long. Hit it long, get it in behind them because they've got quick players. Cho's quick, as is this lad. I forget his name. I'm sorry if I forget the guy's name, the guy that scored the hattie. But they're saying, put the ball over the top. And as I stated before, they're trying to stick it in this area here. That's what they want to do because they obviously know that Lesiax isn't great at heading the ball. They know that Lang can make mistakes and doesn't like to backtrack. And here we go. Juninho gets the ball over the top, right in between our 2 defenders there. And we got lucky. He didn't finish. Now, this is similar to the clip I've just shown you. Similar situation. Ball goes to Juninho. He looks up and they're getting ready. Here we go. There was the run straight away. Cho was going to make that run, trying to draw Lang out of position. And when he draws Lang out of position, you've got this space right here to attack. And this guy wants to make that run in there. So this is what they were doing for a lot of the first half, especially when they were chasing the game. Just keep watching the run at the top. Here we go. In between, sandwich in between them. Fortunately, Lang reads it and we get rid of it. Now, making the most of our chances. Well, boys and girls, as you know, our opportunities in front of goal were few and far between last night. I'm not disappointed. It was to be expected. As I said, Midtjylland, fantastic team getting forward. But they had mistakes in them. They've got mistakes in them defensively. And we needed to make the most of every single opportunity we got, from whether it be on a counter-attack, whether it be 1v1 situations, anything like that. And unfortunately, we didn't make the most of the opportunities that we had. We didn't make the most of the counter-attacks that we had. We didn't show much creativity in the final third. And it wasn't just the creativity that was lacking, it was the movement, it was the urgency. And on the one hand, you could say, well, perhaps we were hoping to go in at halftime 0-0 or 1-1 and conserve our energy, save our energy for the second half. Because if we go full pelt on counter-attacks, our players might get burnt out. I get it, understand it. But when there's an opportunity to break forward and you're left 3v3, or it's 4 versus 3 in your favor in the final third, these players need to be putting the burners on. They need to be sprinting. They need to be supporting each other. The movement needs to be good. We need to create spaces by drawing defenders out of position. And we weren't doing it enough in the first leg. We certainly didn't do it in the second leg. And going back to what I said on the match review against Kabbalah, the 4-1 victory, we missed a lot of chances. And against better teams, we're not going to get as many opportunities. So when we do get them, we need to make the most of them. So there's a lot of room for improvement in that capacity. So anyway, let me just bring this one back onto your screen, making the most of our chances. Now, this is the first one. Guggle runs wide. He's on his own, obviously, as you can see. He looks up. You play it to Bezos. Bezos will take one touch, poor touch, but he gets it to Semedo. And at this point, we're looking okay. We're looking okay. There's still a lot of work to do. Guggle is free on this side, so Semedo can play it round if he wants to. It'll be a difficult pass, but there's that option. Bezos and Loizo are offside. But what you're about to see is Semedo doing something that has frustrated me from the moment he put on that shirt, and that's trying too much. You don't need to beat 2 or 3 players. Now, on the one hand, you can say, well, he didn't have much support. And I agree, because on this occasion, I'd have said to Guggle, move inside, bro. Make your run inside. Give him an option on the edge of the box, because every single Midtjylland player is looking at the ball. There's 5 defenders looking at the ball. Not one of them is paying attention to Guggle at the bottom of the screen. So if I were Guggle, I'd say, no, don't stay where you are, son. Come inside. Give Semedo an option. When Semedo shifts the ball on his right foot, Loizo right here, and I'm not here to shit on him. You shouldn't be in an offside position, son. But he's too busy looking at the ball. When he runs inside and Semedo shifts the ball on his right foot, come back outside. Give him an option. Bezos, come back outside. Give him an option. If they'd have done that, we would have had 3 players on the edge of the box with Semedo possibly giving the ball to any one of them. Then we'd have had options. And yeah, it would have been 3-on-5. But we still would have had options. There could have been runners off the ball, drawing defenders out of position. We could have done something with this. But look what happens. Brings the ball inside, tries to shoot. Do I blame Semedo for that? Not really, because where's the support? Next video, Bash wins the ball back, and it wasn't the first time he did it. It wasn't the first time he did it yesterday. He did it 5 or 6 times. It was immense. This was one of the most frustrating moments of the game for me, because Bash wins the ball, and look on your left-hand side, Jesus. Look on your left-hand side. The moment Bash releases the ball, Lesiak and Semedo are free. It's 2 versus 1. The option for Semedo to go in behind or to move inside is on. For Lesiak to go inside, to go on the outside, it's on. If Bezos looks up, he can play Lesiak in. Semedo can make a run into the box. Gaguli can make a move into the box. Bezos could even continue his run. So we will have 4 players in forward areas. But what does Bezos do? Brings it inside, and he goes for the superhero shot. And Gusu is pointing out, saying, "Oh, you could have had a pass on to Gago." Well, you could have Jan, you could have had Semedo. It's wild. Lloyds was on the right hand side. Sorry, you had Gago Lee there. It's wild. This is what I'm saying. Decision making. It's not good enough. Anyway, next clip. This one, we do well, passing in triangles, as you'll notice right here. Here we go. We've got Luisa to Bezos. Luisa brings the ball inside. Here we go. Luisa to Bezos. Bezos plays it backwards to Matthews. Matthews to Bash. Bash to Bezos. It's good play. And Bezos switches the play. Here we go. To Semedo. Semedo plays it to Jan. Now, Jan brings the ball inside. And as you know, when you bring the ball inside, you slow the pace down. Bezos plays it back to Semedo. Now, where are the options? I can't have a go at Semedo at this point. I can't have a go at him. I can't criticize him. Because, again, experience. Loy, give him an option. Move inside. Gagu, move inside. Or one of you can go on the outside. Move. Where's the movement? Where's Bezos at this point? Where is he? He's here. Why are you not busting a gut to move forward and help? We know that Lesiak is further forward now. And I know he's obviously trying to cover. But Lesiak has got time to get back if need be. Again, I don't know whether it's fear of overcommitting. Maybe we don't have the energy or the legs. At this point, the chance is gone. Semedo gives it to Jan. Jan plays it to Bezos. And we lose the ball. Hit on the counter-attack. This is another one that frustrated me. Semedo's done okay to retain the ball, but Jan has just smashed it in the box. He just smashed it in the box. I mean, let's just look at this again. Has he got time to do anything about it? Well, he's running towards the ball. But if he's running towards the ball, look for the pass. And if you're going to put it in the box when we've only got 2 players in there, hit it low and hard. But he just smashes it. And don't get me wrong, I like seeing Lesiak put the ball in the box first time. I've got no problem with it whatsoever. In fact, I was criticising our defenders, our fullbacks last season for not doing that. But you got to be intelligent when you do it. Who you aiming the ball at, bro? Who are you aiming it to? Okay, Gogol does well to keep it in, but, you know, we lose possession and there's a potential counter-attack. Now, again, Bash wins the ball. And again, here comes another point of the game where I am fuming. Because let's go back. Let's go back to when Bash wins the ball. Bash wins the ball. This is Semedo. The time is 20:48. 20:48. Let's see how long it takes for Semedo to cross the halfway line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 seconds. 8 seconds it took him to cross the halfway line. Last week, when Loiza tracked back to win the ball, he was on the halfway line. And he made it to the inside of our box in 6 seconds. I timed it. And for those of you in the members area, you'd have seen it. I saw this. Bash gets the ball. And I look at Semedo and I'm like, Semedo, put the burners on, son. Sprint. Because this guy, even though he's got a head start on you, he ain't going to catch you. Sprint. Run. Bash wants to give you the ball. He's jogging. And he gets the ball. And you're thinking, all right, fine. The odds are looking good. They've got 3 defenders back. We got 3 players going forward. It's 3 versus 3 at this stage. Okay, you could argue that the other centre-back is getting back. You could argue. But the lack of urgency. I mean, this is ridiculous. He's not even jogging, is he? Really? And at this point, look at this. What options does he have? Some people make a rod for their own back. Guggul is trying to run in behind, but he's marked. Loizu is so far away. Okay, you have Bash right here. Play him in this area. Play Bash in the area, in this particular area of the field, and you can go on and make your run and make it 3 players going forward. Bezos might even turn around and make a run. I don't know. But the decision-making is shambolic. Look what he does. He smashes it. Like, who are you aiming this to? And again, it's look, I'm not a pro footballer, clearly. Okay? And I'm not on the pitch with these guys every day in training. But at what point is someone going to turn around and say to this guy, Willie, honestly, tranquilo, use your brain. Use your brain. I don't know if they work on these things. I don't know if the counter-attacking style was being what. I need to vape. I need to vape. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. So this shit fucking stresses me out. Pardon the language. I'm trying not to swear so much on this pod, man. I'm trying my best. But it's upsetting. It hurts my feelings. Anyway, this is me. This is what I do. This is what I do on this analysis thing. I just lose my rag. I give them their flowers when they deserve it, but when they don't, I look at this one. Jan's running forward. He's jogging forward. And again, at this point, I'm looking at Semedo again. This isn't the Semedo bashing show. I'm just saying that, you know, the guy needs to really open his eyes a bit because you're touch tight. You're on the flank. You're being marked. But this guy ain't going to catch up with you. Run. Put the burners on. Give Jan the option to play the ball over the top. You'll be 1v1. Look at this. Put the ball through to him. Make the run. Jan is probably looking at him thinking, run, bro. Like, make your run. Guggul is free. He plays him in. We've got a perfect scenario. But the guy just doesn't, I don't know, maybe he's been told not to run so much, or I don't know. It doesn't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. Here we go. He's not even, come on, man. Now he's running towards him. He's done well to pull the ball back. And yeah, it's a penalty. I'm not going to go into that till afterwards. But all of that could have been avoided if he's actually made that run. Here comes another one. Loizu runs forward. He's sprinting. Loizu is sprinting. Look at Loizu. Look where he is now. Now look at the top of your screen where Semedo is. Okay? How come Loizu has covered so much ground and this brother is still here? Bust the gut. Because he should at least be level with Loizu right now. He should at least be here. And if he is, it's 2 versus 3. But again, nothing. Loizu makes the run. Okay, brings it inside, looking up. Where's the options? Where's the option? He's got Bezos here, and Semedo has come inside. And Loizu has had to go to the left-hand side of the area, their right-hand side of the area, to open up space. Because our winger just wasn't running. Tell me if I'm going crazy. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Am I going crazy? Am I being irrational? Am I being unfair? Because we know that he's got pace. But does he have the energy to do this? You know, I saw this a couple of years ago with EI. I was like, run into the box, man. He's walking. Jordi Gomez was in the box at that time. Jordi Gomez was 35. My guy had made the 20, 30-yard run, and he was on the halfway line. Bro, it's wild. Honestly, it's wild. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Anyway. Ball's played to Jan. He's aimed at Gagul Lee, and okay, I can't really say too much about that. Again, one player, two players in the box, and only one person to aim at. It's just when the options are on, Jan's got the ball here. He takes a touch, and at this point, again, I'm thinking, Jan, no disrespect, my guy. I know you want to put the ball in the box first time, and yeah, it was a good ball, and Gagul should have made contact, and maybe Loiza could have been running in. We've got three players here. Which of these players are making a run to give him an option? I don't expect Bash to do it, but Bezos is here. Bezos is Adegari. He should be here by now. Somewhere around this area here. Somewhere. What's going on? Again, this isn't me bashing these players. This isn't me just, trying to dig people out. I'm trying to be fair here. And it goes back to what I said. If you get the opportunities to get forward, yeah, I know we don't want to overcommit and we don't want to get caught on the counter-attack. I get it. But was this the game plan? Not to overcommit bodies forward to protect these players' energy levels? I don't know. But on the rare occasion we got forward, we didn't do enough. And it was the same thing in the first leg. Same thing in the first leg. Anyway. Jan puts in the box, and yeah, there you go. Nada. Absolutely nothing. Ball's cleared. Although, what we'll say, in all fairness, the ball goes back to Fabi. We start again, and we score from it. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I just burped and laughed at the same time. That's a great ball. Great ball from Bezos. And Gagul scores. So yeah, Stel's chatting shit again. There you go. It's just, look, we were so, I'd say we were cute when it came to winning the ball back. Okay, fair enough. Jan's played the long ball. Semedo's up on his own. He's got support here with Gagul, but it's not really the support that he needs. So he's forced out wide. So again, this is on Gagul. Don't expect Semedo to come on the inside when you're running away from him. Let's take it back. If you look at where Gagul ended up running, and again, I'm not shitting on the kid because, I rate the guy fully. I rate him. Let me just bring it back here, right? Ball's played over the top. The moment Semedo wins the ball back, my brother, you need to be supporting him. Loy, you need to be supporting. Okay? But Gagul makes a run, but he's not running in an area where he can give Semedo an option. Look, when Semedo wins the ball here, brings it inside now. When he brings it inside, Gagul, you need to be making that diagonal run. Give him a chance. Give him help. Give him support. Because when Gagul makes that run, this defender's either going to be drawn out or this defender's going to be drawn out. And maybe he can put on the burners, Loizu. Maybe. But was that the game plan? To keep it easy in the first half? To take it easy? I know we were down to 10 men at this point. And again, I can't criticize Semedo for doing that because we ran out of room. So, I can't be too critical on that occasion because we were down to 10 men. And do you overcommit and risk getting caught on the counter-attack? It was a catch-22 for us. And as I said, that red card and the penalty that wasn't given for us, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, that cost us the game. It was 3 mistakes by the referee in the space of 20 seconds. 3. The foul on Gagul, the penalty for them, which wasn't a penalty, and the red card. So he's made 3 mistakes. So it wasn't just one isolated incident. It was 3 in one phase. Look at how we were defending with 11 men, how we stifled them, how we limited their opportunities. The closest they came to a goal before going ahead was that long ball over the top. That's all they had at the time. That's all they had. But this is football, isn't it? This is football. So what are we going to do? What can we do? And as I said yesterday, if we were a Man United or a Liverpool or a Man City or a Paris Saint-Germain or a Juventus, we'd be getting these decisions. But it's Omonoia. And UEFA don't want the little teams in their European competitions. They'll throw us in the qualification bit and say, here you go. It's like giving a kid a toy and then taking it away from them. Saying, like, you've had your fun. I did. That's it. You're done. We'll let you guys think you've got an opportunity. And the moment you guys get close now, we don't need you lot. We want to see Danish clubs, Swedish clubs, Israeli clubs. We want to see bigger names than Omonoia. And Midtjylland might not be Barcelona. They might not be. But they're a bigger name than Omonoia, especially from a financial aspect. So what do you want me to tell you? We're not going to get these decisions. And here we go. It's the penalty incidents from yesterday. The more I see it, the more disgusted I am. It's clear as day he's tripped him. Now, you could say maybe Gaguli made a meal out of it. But this, if Gaguli has overreacted or, made a big drama out of this, what about their player? My God, he's been clipped for a start. That's a penalty all day. No surprise Juninho get fouled him. But what has the referee seen here? And why is the player actually fallen backwards? Why is he falling backwards? This one was like, why is he falling backwards? I don't understand. It's not as if Gussel's got his arm around him. Gussel's got his arm like this. He's got his arm away. Why is my guy leaning back like Fat Joe? It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. But again, it's cheating. It's cheating, and this is what we should be used to by now. We should be used to these bellades and this cheating, because that's what it is. And I know they're going to be fans of other clubs sitting there watching this podcast saying, oh, you're just crying, you're complaining, blah, blah, blah. Well, let me tell you guys something. For the fans saying this of other clubs, and if you're still in European competition, whether it be Ari or Demlot, mark my words, in the next round, you guys are going to get decisions go against you because of which country or island you come from. Because as good as Ghent are, and they're a very good team, we beat them last season, home and away, but they've improved a lot, and they've got a gunman of a goal scorer. You, man, are playing Ghent. You're going to have decisions go against you. I promise you. I promise you. And you're going to be complaining. And you're going to be saying exactly the same thing. And I'm not going to turn around and laugh. I'm going to say, I told you so. It's not sour grapes. It's fact. It's fact. You guys are going to have decisions go against you. And I'm telling you, Ari are going to have decisions go against them in the next round. And even if they're guaranteed Conference League football. So I guarantee you they're going to get decisions go against them. Fandasu, you're even probably thinking, they've already got one team in the Omilus. It's fine. One's enough. One's enough. I'm telling you. Anyway, next video and final one. I've gone on for 43 minutes. Wow. Lack of focus. And this video is only 50 seconds long. But it goes back to what we had an issue with last season. The focus, the concentration. We're down to 10 men at this point. A few minutes before halftime, they have a corner. Now, people were telling me, well, say something about Loizo in this occasion. Well, what can I tell you a lot about Loizo? What has Loizo actually done wrong? Because, okay, first of all, he's not by the 10-yard section, so he's too far ahead and the referee hasn't picked it up. But they've got two men taking the corner. You've got Simsir and another guy who's going to make a run around here. Obviously not that far, but he's around here. Anyway. So what's Loizo going to do? Is he going to go with the guy that's on the ball or the guy that's making the run? Look at this. If Loizo comes out even more to address any one of these players, this area right here, we can go as far as here, is taken. There's no one supporting. Now, if we had 11 men, there certainly would be someone here or even someone here. Plug the gaps. But this guy right here, this criminal, this terrorist, because that's what he is. He's a terrorist. He's a criminal. He's a terrorist. A freak of nature. Shafted us. But anyway, enough about that. Raro. Here comes the run. Cross into the box. Lovely goal. No complaints with the cross. Beautiful cross. I'm going to show you this goal again because this rattled me when I saw it. Look at this. Defensive line, we look all right. However, what's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on with the marking? What's going on with the marking? I beg. Tell me what's going on with the marking. Now, are we going zonal or are we going man for man? Because it just appears that this guy is sandwiched in between our two defenders. Koulibaly has got a man. Lang has got a man. Jan, closer. Semedo, touch tight. The defensive organization was poor. We had the line. Okay, fine. We're marking zonally. It's not even man for man. But you cannot ignore this guy. He gets a run on them and he gets a good header. Look at that. Unmarked. Unmarked. It's terrible. And this is the lack of focus. Lack of focus. Track the runners. It's that simple. And here's the third goal, which killed the game off. Bash has done all right. Showing him on the outside, but he does him. He does Bash. No complaints. He's a quality player. But Loy, you should be stronger here, mate. You should be stronger. Because he doesn't do him with a bit of skill. It's just strength. He just bulldozes through him. Okay, he gets lucky with the bounce. Okay, it comes off Loiza's heel. There's nothing more that the lad can do, in all fairness. But look at this. Again, back stick. On his own, unmarked. Lang's got to play here. Koulibaly's ready. But this guy, again, unmarked. Jan, looking at the ball. I don't want to be that guy to shit on our players. But it goes back to doing the basics right. However, if we have 11 men at this stage, what happens? I'll tell you what happens if we have 11 men at this stage. Gusu's going to be here. Or even before. Let me just bring that back. Or even before, here we go. Gusu will be here. Loy might be here. Gusu might be there. Bash might not even have to be doing this. There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes. Because normally, it'd have been Matthews and Loizo and Gusu surrounding him. Because we had that spare man. But because we're down to 10 men at this stage of the game, look at this space right here. And that's the importance of having players that can read the game, that have positional awareness, and can track runners, and can read the game, and can intercept. It killed us. It absolutely killed us. And people can say, well, you still had an extra man. Okay, we had an extra man. Well, not an extra man, but I mean, we had 10 men, but we could have made a substitution to bring on a defensive midfielder, which we could have done. We could have done. But when you're a goal down, fine. Keep it as it is. But the moment we equalised, I was telling the boys in the WhatsApp group, the moment we equalised, we should have been like, do you know what? Bring on Militic. Bring on a third centre-back. Play 5-3-1. Play 5-3-1. Or, take off Matthews, put Militic as a third centre-back, leave Loizo as a right wing-back as what he did in the cup final a couple of years ago, because he's got loads of running. We could have done it. In hindsight, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing. And it is what it is. Like I said, I'm still fuming about it. It's going to take me a few more days just to get over it. But we've got Salamina next. And we just need to move on. It is what it is. We knew it was always going to be an uphill task to get into the group stages this season, especially with the coefficient and the route that we had starting from the first qualification or the second qualification, third, and then the playoff. And it would have been nigh on impossible for us to do it. And, you know, them lot, they got a pretty basic route, didn't they? But now they've got it difficult. And they're going to get shafted by a referee, I'm telling you. And fingers crossed Addis don't get shafted by a referee, because we need them to do well in Europe for the coefficient. So anyway, that's my phone. That means it's time for me to go. And I was going to end it anyway. But look, thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your nuna, leave a comment. We have the membership, and this is the reason why I'm doing this, because just to show you guys what I do with the analysis. There's also additional content. And you know what? It's worth just looking at the previous stuff to see a change in our system and the way that we've been playing and how we've adapted to our surroundings, so to speak. We've got a Discord, we've got a Facebook group page. Don't forget to join it. We have merch. And that's it. So until next time, bye.